guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm just an ordinary plant girl. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending some time with me. If you are coming back, then I am so happy to have you and thank you all for returning. I wish I could have done this yesterday. If they both came the same day, it would have been great for you to see the two of these, but you know what? That's the way it is. I got a package today that I actually didn't think I was gonna get for a little bit longer. That's okay though. We're gonna open it up and see what it is. What I can tell you is that it is definitely one of my wish list plants. And if you watched my previous video, then I'm pretty sure you have a good idea of what this plant is because I did mention it in that video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get right into it. This will probably be short, maybe. I do have another plant that's supposed to show up tomorrow. So maybe I'll combine this unboxing with that unboxing, just so that it's a little bit longer. If not though, I mean, as a bubble comes out of my mouth. If not though, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I just figured that it might actually be easier. I really wish I got this yesterday. I really, really wish I got this yesterday. But yeah, so I got this package here from an Etsy seller. I like that she put fragile handle with care on it. So this came from Edmonton, Alberta, which probably explains why it was here so much quicker than I thought it was gonna be, because on the Etsy site it said, literally said it could be here anywhere between September 29th and October 13th. I did not think it was going to be here this quick though. I am not complaining because it's a wish list plant and I'm so excited for it. So excited. So let's see what we've got. Okay. So got newspaper. There it goes. If you can see this room right now, this is currently my office / plant room. It's still kind of under construction, but I don't know. Oh, okay, so here it is. Big package. I'm so excited for this. So excited. Okay, so maybe I'll wait until I open it before I give you the backstory of this one. Okay. Oh! Oh, look at you! Okay, so if you watched my video, my previous video, this plant looks almost identical to the one that I unboxed in that video. I'm just going to show it to you. This is my Monstera Peru. So in the previous video, I had unboxed a Monstera Pinata Partida. And this is the Monstera Peru. So give me 2 seconds and let me show you. Make it up and you get to see all my crap that's sitting behind me. Okay, so here is the Monstera Peru. And this is the Monstera Pinata Partida. So can you see how similar They practically look identical. Now the difference is in the growth pattern. So I'm gonna link that video either down below or up here so that you can actually see the growth pattern that the Pinnata partita will have. Unless you just want to go Google it yourself, that's fine. And then as compared to the growth pattern that the Monstera Peru is going to have, I'm so very excited for this. I'm told that they're slow growers from what I've seen. So if anybody can let me know down in the comments if you find that you have a Monstera Peru and it is a slow grower, that would be great. It doesn't really matter to me, especially because right now we're heading into fall. We're already in fall. I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna see any new growth from this. I mean, maybe one leaf that is starting to swell here. But besides that, I'm really not expecting to see very much growth from either of these. That being said, I did get, was it last month? The month before? I did receive in a trade, I got a Scindapsus truvii Moonlight, and as far as I knew, they were slow growers as well. It seems to like the place that I have it though, because it has 2 growth points that are actively about to put out new leaves, which also makes me very excited. Why can I not open this? She did a very good job of taping this in. Okay. So, just want to check the roots. See, 3 days and it's just slightly damp moss. I'm really gonna stop complaining about that now, because as long as I get the plants and they are in good health. The Pinnata partita did have a tiny bit of root rot, but it was nothing that I needed to worry about. So this girl here, so the Peru is a vining plant, where the Pinnata partita, I'm never gonna say that right, it's just never gonna happen, kind of looks a little bit more like a tree. Maybe not a tree. It's gonna look really different. So I'm so excited to have the 2 of them, which in their juvenile form look pretty much identical. I can't wait to see them grow into their maturity, as long as I don't kill them, knock on wood. But if they're anything like, oh, those roots are in there. If they are anything like any of the other Monsteras that I own, with the exception of my Thai constellation, because Diva, if they are anything like the other Monsteras that I own, they will not be a problem. I'm never gonna get all the moss off of this. All I wanna do is check out the roots. Okay, so from what I can see, you ever had that problem with moss where sometimes you think that it's a root, but it's, oh, that is a root. Okay, so we do have a little bit of root rot. Nothing that can't be handled. The it does have plenty of viable roots that are just still attached to the moss at the moment. But it's not that bad. I can just cut that off. And it must have been in this, like growing in this moss for a while, because these roots are attached, completely attached to, oops, the moss. Do you ever have that fear too when you're pulling off moss that is substantially attached? Like if you look, I don't know if you can see some of the good roots. There is a good root right here and here, but there's also, this one has rotted away, a few underneath have rotted away. But it's nothing that can't be, it's nothing that's gonna ruin the plant. The only thing that's gonna ruin the plant is if I inadvertently pull this moss off and end up pulling the roots off as well, which I'm trying not to do. So, I'm pretty sure I won't get all of it off. But that being said, we know who's going into a pot pretty much right now. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pot up my Monstera Peru. I can't believe I actually have one. I'd been looking on Etsy and I did find a Monstera Peru and a Scindapsus truvii dark form. And I had the hardest time because I had set aside a budget and I could only get one of them. And since I got the Moonlight, I've wanted the dark form as well. I mean, I did before, but after getting the Moonlight, I love that plant so much. I started looking for a dark form, which I found, but the dark form was the same price as the Peru. From this one place, one Etsy shop had both plants, and it was $55.58. I don't know how they came up with that number, but $55.58 for, it was two leaves and a node of both plants. But as I was looking, they had they had about 4 Truvii dark forms, and they all looked a little sad. So I kind of didn't, I wanted it, like I knew that if I got them, no matter what state they were in from the picture to when they got here, that I would probably be able to rehab it. But they also would have been coming from Montreal, and I've already experienced, aside from Rheum, because they do use FedEx, which is next day, any plant that I've received from Montreal has had some kind of an issue, and pretty much died. So it's hard for me to buy things when I see that they're just from clear across the country, from an Etsy seller anyway. If it's an online store, that's completely different. So anyway, 2 days, I think, I was sitting there trying to figure out which ones I wanted, and I was surprised because I told myself that if I couldn't decide and they were gone, then my decision would be made for me. And then I was on there and I had decided that I was going to get the Monstera Peru because it was absolutely my wish list plant. And then when I had logged into Etsy, if you go on Etsy and you have an account, you'll see that it will show you things that it recommends for you based on what you've been looking at. And that's where I saw this. And instead of being $50, $55, $58, it was $30. And the simple fact that it was, you know, $25 less than what I was going to pay for the other one, I had to get it. And I am super happy. So I have rambled long enough. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we will go from there. Okay guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Please like and possibly consider subscribing to my channel. It would be wonderful to have you here, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!